how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Brittany?
Doing really well. Thanks for spending a few minutes of your day with me.
My pleasure. Delighted to be here.
Likewise, to get us started, can you chat a little bit about your role at Sage?
Yeah, so I'm EVP Commercial Finance. What does that mean? So I head up commercial finance globally across Sage. I have a reporting line into our Chief Financial Officer, Jonathan Howe, and Chief Operating Officer, Lee Perkins. So I work very closely with both of them, the commercial side of the business, as well as the corporate finance side of the business, to make sure commercial finance is fit for purpose. So within that, I have a group finance team that runs the core of FP&A, if you like, as well as finance business partner support. And then we have the finance teams in the business who also report into me, who work very closely with the business. My journey at Sage, I've been here for 5 years now. Started off just doing some project work and continuous improvement, which slowly led to me heading up FP&A globally, then leading my way into commercial finance, where I've done a number of group roles, predominantly working on continuous improvement.
That's fascinating. And how did you get involved in the world of technology?
So, I mean, I previously worked with an engineering organisation who was another FTSE PLC, and I actually just came to do some project work. So I was really keen to come to Sage knowing what journey they're on, especially in their strategy and their vision, but also the finance function. For a FTSE 50 company, the finance function perhaps wasn't where you'd expect it to be. And I think that's what really excited me, because I'm a big advocate of continuous improvement and making things fit for purpose.
Very interesting. And what would you say is the best part of your job?
So the best part of my job is no day is the same. It's extremely busy, as you can imagine in finance, the continuous deliverables, etc. But what makes it fun is I'm working so closely with the business in Lee's world. It helps me bring everything together. The fast pace, I absolutely love it. There's no quiet day, and there's always a problem to solve, which makes it more interesting. So the fact that there's always something to do, and as I say, we're on this journey to become this great SaaS organization. So finance for me needs to match that. And we're introducing lots and lots of things this year to keep up with the organization. So it's great.
That is great. And what advice would you have for an aspiring leader who's either interested in the finance space specifically or just getting involved in technology in general?
So I think it's not so much of knowing the product or the sector per se. Of course, you need to know a little bit about it, but to become that leader, I think you really need to believe in yourself first. Don't have any doubts about yourself. Ask lots of questions. I ask questions all the time. I don't care if they're silly or not, because if I don't know the answer, I want to know. And just go for it, right? Just believe in yourself. As I said, it's just so important to have that self-confidence. I think that's the only way I've made myself progress in my career, is starting to really believe in my self-confidence.
Absolutely. That's really great advice. And on the note of the customer, since we do know that at Sage, they're at the heart of everything that we do, right? How do you make sure that your team is always working with a very customer-centric framework in mind and putting them first?
So I think it all stems from the top through our strategic vision and our priorities. So as you know, at Sage at the moment, it's all about winning in the market, predominantly in the UK and the US. So everybody has that embedded in their culture and ways of working. Being in finance, a back office function, a lot of my team are not exposed to customers directly. But the way I think of it is my stakeholders are my customers, right? We as finance business partners have to provide information to our customers, if you like. So always keeping that customer-centric approach in everything that you do.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Thank you so much for sharing this, Monica, and for your time today.
No worries. Thank you.